What's up, Daily Fab Gamers? Thank you so much for watching my stream. Before you jump into this red-hot action, let's review the rules. Don't be a dick. This should go without saying, but better safe than sorry. Chat with me. You know that I can talk at my computer for hours, but it's more fun when my computer talks back. And let's have a good time. I don't mind getting sweaty, but we can have fun while we do it. Use the chat command deck for a link to the list I'm playing here. It's also in the video description. Some of these decks are sick, and you might want to play them in real life. In that case, let me refer you to Hemel from the Bazaar. It's never been more affordable to play in the flesh and blood. Players have been buying the cards they need from Hemel for years. I started buying from him in 2023 and have never found a better deal. The Bazaar's prices are the lowest for singles, full sets, and class sets, including new releases. Super Slam singles and more are available now and ship both domestically and internationally. Use the command Hemel for contact info, then reach out to see what he can do for you. Now settle in and get cozy because the stream begins now. Hello, it's me, it's Lupinefiasco. Thank you all for being here. It is another beautiful Thursday. Ready to stream some flesh and blood for all of you. Hopefully you've all been having a great week so far. The plan for today, as we are eagerly awaiting Armory Deck Slippy's release tomorrow and its availability on Talishar, is to play some Silver Age. I'm going to play some Fi today. While we, warm up, get started, give everyone a chance to get here before the gameplay starts, we can start reviewing the actual Silver Age meta at the moment, see maybe some changes. This is over on Fablazing.com. If you use the link in the stream description or use the data command in chat, this will take you here. Look at the Silver Age statistics, see what the meta is really looking like right now. Got some changes over the last really 14-day period. Silver Age hype, yay, exactly. I'm loving Silver Age. I think it's great. The dev talk was really interesting where the team came out and said, we're just testing for Compendium. We're not even really paying attention to the meta right now. And I think there's some Runeblade dominance. It's a little top heavy between Briar and Chain, but for the most part, the meta is kind of okay. Like, there are a few viable classes, there are viable heroes. Could definitely be better. There's room for improvement, but especially when we think about Fi, who we kind of have to scroll down a bit to see. He isn't even on the first page anymore. There he is. He's only 2.5% of the meta, slightly over a 50% win rate. We can hone in on that, see exactly what the problem is. Checking out his matchup spread, he just is not the best aggro tech. Like, that's really his problem, is if we look at the most represented matchups in the meta currently, he's just negative into all of them. Going negative into Chain, Briar, the Ninja Mirror, Flattering Showman, Guardian, Azalea. It's like, this is all just bad. And I think there are probably some build issues at play. We can head over to score analysis, see what kind of cards everyone is playing. He's got sort of the problem that he has in Classic Constructed, where it's just a collection of head jabs. But I do think players are maybe starting to zero in on the fact that you really don't want cards that cost 1. Oh, it takes us until the 6th card down to even find a 1 cost, and I think Mounting Anger is totally fine. We have to scroll down a little more to find Dragonfire, Breaking Point, but I think that's all reasonable. Demonstrate Devotion is so far down the list. I moved off it as well after reviewing the hero with Ellie Bird for CC. I love Silver Age as well, to talk about how it wasn't even supposed to come out, but they gave it to the people. Yeah, it's great. It's that natural demand that they didn't have for Living Legend. Do we have any tournament deck lists for Fi yet? The Valencia list's up. They are not There's recent matches, but you can see why Fi is sort of having a problem right now, and we can see what matchups he's doing well into, just everything else. Fi has a really good matchup spread into everything that isn't the top decks, which is kind of interesting if we can figure out how to build Fi so that the really bad matchups aren't so bad anymore. Then Fi becomes a really viable deck in the meta. So we can head over, check out the list I'm going to be playing today. Check this out on Fabry. You should be here. We can see maybe this is gonna, maybe this is what fixes Fi. Equipment loadout is what you would expect for a ninja at this point. They're all just playing Shuko, Pouncing Paws, Blood Scent. We can't get away from it. It is the best ninja equipment period. It's probably among the best Silver Age equipment period. It's all battle worn block 1. You will always get 2 points on offense and a resource out of using all of your equipment together. The downside of Blood Scent is that you are really locked into breaking it on your Pouncing Paws, Tearing Shuko turn. This deck is playing Art of the Tiger Body, or Aspect of Tiger Body, so there's possibility that you could break Shuko, Pouncing Paws, get 2 points somewhere, and then come back later and break your Blood Scent with Aspect of Tiger, but that's really it. And then Blade Beckoner Helm is just the best piece of equipment currently, if the class doesn't have something better in class. Right down to the actual core of the deck, it's a collection of head jabs. Aspect of Tiger Body will make a tiger. Bittering Thorns is basically Mounting Anger. It is not draconic. It is less restrictive than Mounting Anger. Notably, Bittering Thorns blue is a 2-card 8. If the Bittering Thorn hits, you just follow up with Searing Emberblade for 4 without go again. Blaze Headlong is a 5 staple. Brand with Cinderclaw in Rainbow, I think just has real play in the deck. There are a lot of cards here that you would look at and say, well, yeah, of course that belongs in a Fi deck. So what cards might you think don't belong in a Fi deck? Aspect of Tiger Body is probably the big one, and the reason we're playing Aspect of Tiger is that we can get value out of the chain link from the Crouching Tiger. So off of a 3-card hand of, say, Brand with Cinderclaw, Aspect of Tiger Body, Lava Burst, we can trigger the Rupture. We couldn't do that with any other head jab. If you just play Brand Lava Burst, you won't trigger the Rupture, but Brand Aspect of Tiger gets you there. We also get value out of having an extra chain link if it is draconic, and we're going to come down to Red Hot, which is a card that I don't see a lot of in Fi currently, but I think we're going to end up getting there. If it's played as chain link 4 or higher, it's Rupture. When you attack with this, reveal the top X cards of your deck, where X is the number of draconic chain links you control. Deal damage equal to the number of red cards revealed this way to any target, then shuffle. This is huge. Unblockable damage in Silver Age is already very good. It's a 20 life format. So if you can just chunk someone for 4 with Red Hot, it isn't blockable, and unlike CC, where that represents 10% of their life total, and it's a little easier to come back from that, chunking them for 4 in Silver Age is 20% of their life total. It's got finishing potential, it has turn 1 high roll potential, and that is where we benefit from having a card like Aspect of Tiger Body. If we just have maybe a fealty floating around, or our hand is big enough that we can say, start with a Fire Tenant Strike first, play an Aspect of Tiger Body. This guy again, I know. They just let anyone stream these days. Say like a Fire Tenant Strike first, Aspect of Tiger Body, Brand with Cinderclaw, Tiger, Red Hot, then that is a way to get extra value out of the Tiger beyond it just being a card that we can play. Talked about Red Hot, and aside from that, like, why blue Mounting Anger? Because the only time I'm ever playing this blue is if we have 2 blues in hand, and as far as playable blues, there really aren't a ton in Silver Age. And then we have Dragon Power and Legacy of Ikaru. Notable exclusions you might notice are Snatch. I don't want to play a non-draconic card. Cinderskin Devotion could be swapped out with Mounting Anger if we decide we need more 3 blocks. I cut a copy of Rake Over the Coals. I still have one in here. This is for Guardian, whenever you really need to go over the top. You can take advantage of the thing Phi does much better than a Briar, which is go wider on the chain. Not playing Breaking Point. I just don't want one cost if I can avoid it. And then of course we have all of our sideboard tech. We do have a single Breaking Point. Art of the Dragon Fire is just too good to not have. Growl is in here, basically for matchups where we want to go fast. Rise from the Ashes would come in any matchup where we're playing Rake Over the Coals, but this list, which is available in the description, you can also use the deck command in chat, should have some matchups. I would still fill this out, but for now, Phi isn't super competitive, so it isn't something that I've really bothered with, but we can get into actual games. We got enough people here. I think the stragglers have come in. So we'll pop over to Talishar and just start running it down, you know? See what we can do with this Phi list. Does that look sweet and I should build it? You should build every deck that I build, Ian, because I am a tactical mastermind. Mounting Anger was my favorite blue in Phi. Mounting Anger is just good. Paired to Ira, we lose the die roll, we will be going first, which means that I am boarding for the aggro go first plan. See exactly what that means. It's been a while since I constructed this list. Not playing Breaking Point or Rake Over the Coals. We don't want the Breaking Point because we are assuming our opponent can get away with never arsenaling. Just gonna run it down, see what happens. Can you elaborate more on Growl? I can. So Growl is in this hand now. Growl is just a good way to go wider with our Aspect of Tiger Body. So like what this is gonna let me do is go Growl, Aspect of Tiger Body, Tiger. It just turns Growl, when I can pair it with Tiger Body or Pouncing Paws, it turns it into a 0 for 4, which is very good. Unfortunately, so this hand is solid. Unfortunately, it doesn't really do too much on turn 0. We can throw the Growl, follow up with the Aspect of Tiger Body, and just see what Ira does. Like, I'm pretty sure that I'm going to get 1 point by sending the Crouching Tiger. But maybe that's wrong. Infernal Flames and Tigers. So I'm hoping that Growl's inclusion in the deck becomes more apparent as we get more games with it. It's basically, how do I turn my 0 for 3s into 0 for 4s? The fact that we're always playing Shuko Pouncing Paws, or I guess even just Pouncing Paws, means that we can always get some value out of our Tiger. Out of our Growl, having an actual, printed text. It's more like if my idea is to go down on 1 cost so that I can go down on blues, then I do want to like maximize the value of those 0 costs, and there just aren't a ton. I was holding the Mounting Anger and not pitching it with the assumption that I've got a Bittering Thorns in Arsenal, I want to have a blue. Now I have too many blues, so this is kind of tragic. I think because I want to turn on Lava Burst, I'm really just looking at some point blocking with Legacy of Ikaru, sending Brain with Cinderclaw, Bittering Thorns, Searing Emberblade, pick up and play the Phoenix Flame Lava Burst. Chat coming through your shirt. I didn't think the yellow was going to be a problem. I don't mind it. It looks silly, Ian, but I'm not gonna stress over it. Yeah, it's not ideal. I guess I can zip up, maybe that fixes it. Mask of Many Faces, we're probably getting hit with Life of the Party. If we do get hit with Life of the Party for 7... Wait, no, our opponent screwed it up. Okay, so if it is Life of the Party, it's going to come in for 6. This is an interesting situation to be in because I want to block the Life of the Party, which means that I can't block the Bittering Thorns. Is my opponent on Fig Newtons? They're fine. Not terrible, not great. If I'm trying to play around life of the party, I am assuming what I'm actually going to do is block 5 here. On the life of the party, I can give Lava Burst, Mounting Anger, and like Shuko, and then on my turn just send the 2-card 8. I don't think I want... As much as I wanted to send the hand and like convert it, or at least not have to block with my 2 blocks, I don't want to... The Bittering Thorns is going to get extra value if it hits. I'm not going to let the life of the party hit. It's nice that life of the party needs to be so telegraphed, right? Breaking Mask of Many Faces and then naming Crazy Brew is like, well, there's literal one interaction that you can do with this. And Ninja has the benefit of playing a bunch of blocking armor. I also love that I get my blade back in her helm value early so that I can block the Kodachi on Chainlink 1 later. Let's see if our opponent... Yeah, you have to go for it. There really is no other line. I didn't realize right away that Life of the Party, destroying a Crazy Brew, actually discounts its cost to 0. I thought it was just like, instead of... I didn't realize that this is a free card. I don't need to block with everything. And then we can give... I guess we keep Mounting Anger. We're not going to hit second cycle, but like, what if we did? My opponent... so yes, I do like Fig Newtons. They're not my favorite. Like, I'm not going to the store and thinking, ooh, you know what I need to buy today is Fig Newtons. But, you know, I work in an office building. Sometimes people bring in communal snacks. And if there's ever a Fig Newton just lying on the table, like, yeah, I'll eat it. You know what, Ira, you got yourself a deal. I will take 2 and give you go again. And then my turn is just going to be Bittering Thorns Emberblade. It's a 2-card 7 at minimum, possibly a 2-card 8 if Ira gets hit by the Bittering Thorns. I still have 2 points of block value on my armor. What are Fig Newtons? Fig Newtons are... I don't want to call them a confection. What is a Fig Newton? How would I describe a Fig Newton? Fig Newtons, according to my AI overview from Google, Fig Newtons are iconic soft fruit-filled cookies or biscuits in the UK by Nabisco, known for their chewy fig paste center encased in a cakey dough. And then a bunch of other information that you don't need to have. It's a sweet. It's a like healthy-ish sweet. Something we can all convince ourselves is not really junk food, but like... So I love to see Ira blocking. Her 2-card hands are obviously very scary. She can put 2-card 8s together in Sage. But the fact that she is, hey, it's all the cards that we needed our blues for. What is... Oh, I like to see this. What does this mean for this hand? It sucks is what this means for this hand. What I'm probably doing... I can take the Kodachi. Ideally, I'm like blocking. I can do like block with Dragonfire, send Brand, display Arsenal, Mounting Anger. Problem is if Ira is just kind of doing nothing, I guess I'm blocking with the Mounting Anger here. Send 6, Bank of Fealty, Arsenal, Dragonfire. Oh, it's a Fig roll. Whatever, man. Hey, Steven. So yeah, we're just sending 6. We're arsenaling Dragonfire. Like, Ira kind of drew a clunker. The problem is so did we. We really needed one of those blues from the last hand to be in this hand. And then, yeah, I would have sent a ton of damage. Taken great tempo in this game. But as it is... drew the 1 cost that I've been trying to avoid. Ira takes all the damage, which I don't love. I guess if I really wanted to, I could break Shuko, break Pause, break Blood Scent, send 2, send 7, Arsenal the Phoenix Flame. But I can wait and just hope I'm not dead. The fact that that line doesn't threaten lethal and that I waste a point of block value from my Shuko is why I don't want to take that line. Finding Red Hot does not work with our Dragonfire. It does block 3. So what is the best thing I can do with this hand? I need to keep this Brand with Cinderclaw, which means that I could play Brand, play Fire Tenant, pitch to Emberblade, Phi, Phoenix Flame, Fealty Dragonfire. So probably what I'm looking to do. I'm going to take this damage. Scar for Scar doesn't have an on hit. I also want to put myself lower than Ira so that she can't give other Scar for Scars in hand go again. Yeah, I considered cashing out the equipment, but it doesn't present lethal. I feel like I can wait. Like, I still have time. Am I doing anything if Ira gives me full tempo? Like, what I could do is try to not play the Dragonfire and instead look at doing Brand, Fire Tenant, Emberblade, Phi, Phoenix Flame, break Shuko, break Pause, break Fealty, make it Draconic, play Red Hot, and try to cheese a win. What's interesting about this situation is I've now seen 5 blues out of 8. There's a pretty decent chance that the Red Hot is going to be very effective. Going to Columbus. Is Columbus in January? Then no. No, I'm not going to Columbus. It's tempting for sure, but the next trip I'll be going on is San Diego in February. Okay, I have some lines. I can block 6, just mitigate life loss. What does this do for me? I break Fealty, play Fire Tenant, Emberblade, that's 7 total. Break Shuko, break Pause, send 9. Art of the Dragonfire for 12 does not present lethal. Or I block with Shuko. I go to 1. I don't get to Phoenix Flame. I go Brand, Fire Tenant, Emberblade, break Shuko, break Pause, break Fealty. So I'm sending 4 Draconic Chain Links. I think I go to 1. I think, yeah, Steven, I think this is the line. I don't love going to 1. I do have my Blade Beckoner Helm, so I can at least block the first Kodachi for free. I unfortunately lose a couple points on this turn because of the Humble, but I think this is the winning line, and I'm just hoping that Ira gets greedy enough that I can cheese a win with Red Hot. So we'll see what happens. The fact that Ira is just taking all of this damage does make me feel like, okay, if she's getting greedy, if she's going to go for a big flashy win, then that might be how we get there. Like, that is the appeal of Red Hot, is that, especially if people don't expect you to be playing it, then you can potentially, cheese someone out. Like, if she takes this 4 and goes to 5, Red Hot could just be lethal. I get to break all my stuff. Crouching Tiger comes in for 2. I'm assuming we just get Blood Scent Pouncing Paws here. Okay, she gives me a real card. That's exciting for me. Break Blood Scent. It'd be nice if we could get a Phoenix Flame in here too, but it's not meant to be. All right, chat, let's see it. 5 reds just wins us the game on the spot. Only 4 reds. Damn, that Phoenix Flame would have gotten us there. Okay, I think Ira's still going to get us, unfortunately. Three cards in hand and Rokadachi locked. Damn, we were 1 red away from just ending the game. Yeah, I know. It was close. Now, to be fair, we drew some real clunkers this game. We had a couple of bad hands. Block with the Fire Tent. Like, maybe there's a world where we aren't dead. I do have this Dragonfire in Arsenal, so... we can go ahead and block with the Ronin Renegade. This gets covered by Blade back in her. I don't think we're going to get there, but maybe Ira will... No, she's definitely not going to... No, she gets there. Oh my god, why didn't you just pay? All right, I'm going to concede. I really don't want to play this out. Good game, I guess. Second in the aggro, or first in the aggro mirror always feels pretty bad, but you can see the Red Hot almost got us there. If it wasn't Humble, if it had been something else, then the Phoenix Flame might have gotten us there, just having the extra Draconic Chain Link. Yeah, a couple of clunky hands that game. I think the blue distribution in the deck is fine. Maybe I'm playing too many. The aggro board has how many blues? 8? I think it's just unlucky. Humble, what a bummer. Yeah, the Humble was a shame. Uzuri is an interesting one. If you're going first, I will board for aggro going second. I think this is really what Assassin is trying to do. We just treat it as aggressive. So because we're going second, I'm not playing the Red Hot. I'm not going for the Red Hot Cheese. We're just playing, you know, better cards. Playing more 0 costs, making sure that we can be more aggressive. Another double blue hand is pretty unfortunate, but this one is interesting. So I get to, assuming I just keep this hand, which I won't get to do. Uzuri finding the turn 0 isolate cheese is pretty bad for us, but she is playing 6 copies in the deck, so it isn't unlikely. I'll put a Blade back in her helm in front of this too. I think I can save. I think this is fine. We'll just put 6 in front of the isolate. She does her Uzuri flip. She can definitely find something that punishes us. Like Sirens here punishes us. We lost out on 1 point of block value, and Uzuri found 1 point of life. Really hoping this card catches a ban. Finding another blue is pretty tragic, especially because this one, unlike Dragon Power, is not worth 5. So what does this hand do? This hand does Rise from the Ashes, play Phoenix Flame, close the chain. Brand with Cinderclaw, Searing Emberblade, pick up, play Phoenix Flame, and I guess Arsenal Legacy of Ikaru. We save it for a Mounting Anger. Rise here doesn't really enable anything cool this turn, but it is a 0 for 4, basically. Lair of the Spider. Interesting tech in Uzuri. It is going to let the first Mark of the Black Widow come in and have an effect, I suppose. I gotta be honest with you, chat. I'm not sure what Uzuri really does in this format. We have local who has really been putting work into Uzuri. And I don't know, I don't see it yet. I don't see the vision. She just seems like not a great hero, but I'm excited to find out. Maybe I'm missing something. Hey, there's Mark of the Black Widow. I'm assuming this just hits, that Uzuri isn't gonna like Uzuri flip into something, because we're already marked. She could present more damage this way by flipping into something else. But like, I wasn't gonna block 6 on the Death Touch. Or on the Mark of the Black Widow. So we're allowed to keep an extra card. Does that mean anything for this hand? I'm just pitching Brand with Cinderclaw to Emberblade. We just get a little more damage out of it. Here's another turn where we just lucked into the Growl aspect of Tiger Body. It isn't like I planned this, but we get to turn our Growl into a 0 for 4 instead of a 0 for 3. Right, we're pitching Brand with Cinderclaw. But at the same time, so if we pitch Brand, we Emberblade for 3. If we play Brand, play Tiger, play Blaze, we can pick up our Phoenix Flame, so we get 3 either way. I'm not playing the Arsenal. I'm saving this for a Mounting Anger. So I don't think this matters. We're going to miss our Phoenix Flame activation this turn, or our Phi activation for Phoenix Flame, but I think that's fine. Uzuri blocking out means that she keeps a blue, plays the Arsenal. Or finds another layer of the spider. Same time, Sage is going to be real when Pem comes out. Yeah, there's a bunch of heroes in the format now where I'm like, I don't really know what this does, but it probably doesn't do anything yet. Another Isolate. Another Isolate says that I am going to block with Aspect of Tiger here. I get 3 either way, but this way I'd rather get 3 defensively. I'm going to send 11 from this hand. You mark me, and then what? You're just setting up for like Death Touch or Mark of the Black Widow. Yeah, there are a bunch of heroes in the format currently that don't really do a thing. I'll be interested to see how many heroes in Sage are viable compared to how many are viable in CC. Like LSS has said, that's Compendium is going to have a card for every hero in the game. And like, sure. But I guess I should undo. Sorry. It should be 3-4-4 instead of 3-3-5. Yeah, good or not, just get those reps, know your deck, and be ready for Pen. This is the vision I'm playing heroes that aren't there right now. Well, also, it's a $20 format, so I think a lot of the appeal... Oh, Inertia is kind of annoying. Oh, actually, Jesus, I'm so bad at this game. All right. Now, play Run and Renegade. We don't react. You do that. I do this. That was the line. I'm going to be inert, so I have to play my trick now. And then we blaze, and then our turn is over. I could get, I guess, 3 more damage here if I wanted to. Cash in Shuko, pause, Blood Scent, send Tiger, pick up and play Phoenix Flame, but that's just not good. Send Huntsman for 2. I guess I blocked 2 here just to get my value. I don't think this really matters. If the follow-up is... I don't know. I don't think this super matters. Uzuri being able to Uzuri flip the Graphene is pretty interesting. Remember that. Here I think we just break all of our equipment. Rising Display, Ember Blade, Phoenix Flame, Tiger, Lava Burst. Very defensive Uzuri. So I guess what I mean when I say I don't know what Uzuri does in this format is like, so we see all these cards that are marking, that play with mark, that care about me being marked. And I'm like, why don't you just play Arachne? I don't know. I hate to be a spoil sport because Burst Flames, like you're saying, like play the hero you want to play. It's a $20 format, so who cares if your deck is a meme? You still get to do a fun thing. But I don't know. I'm just too, like, gotta try to win the game brained. All right, so we put Uzuri in a position where she's just going to block out. That's fine for me. I get full tempo. This hand functions. It is unfortunate that we can't use Blood Scent this turn because I can't pay for the Bittering Thorns and the Dragon Power. So what do I get to do? I can play Rise from the Ashes, send the Phoenix Flame for 3, close the chain. I guess I'm playing Rise, get my Phoenix Flame, send Bittering Thorns for 7, present the on hit that will turn Phoenix Flame into... Now I've screwed up. Has to be fealty so that I can get my Phoenix Flame value. That also means that I am pitching Dragon Power instead of Mounting Anger. Test of Strength makes me a gold and shows me a Mounting Anger on top. That's kind of interesting. Lay low. Jesus. What are the Uzuri's doing? If I have a Mounting Anger on top and my next attack gets -3, I'm actually going to break this gold, draw that Mounting Anger, and then get to play it. So Uzuri still has to block this, or else I get to make the Phoenix Flame attack for 2. It's also a way for me to just use the cards in my hand. We're still sending 4 damage. Also, nothing wrong being competitive. I agree with your point, but like I said, some people will watch the heroes for sure. No, I get it. I don't necessarily see the appeal, but I'm glad that other people are doing fun, interesting things with the format. Garland for Calycera is pretty sweet. If you're at 2, there is a world where I need to block this. I will put 3 in front of this, preparing for the Uzuri flip, in case it is something like a chest puff. Sirens is pretty good. Gonna put Uzuri up to 3. I'm still presenting a bunch of lethal. Oh, don't pass. Lol. Oh my god. I'm a mess this game. I still get to play out the hand. Good morning, John and all. What's up, Nick? Good to see you. Just doing a little Fi play out here. Really kicking the shit out of this Uzuri, honestly. Put the Uzuri down to 2. Rising Resentment, I assume, gets blocked for 3. I get to send a Phoenix Flame. Put Uzuri to 1. And then we just keep doing this. I'm not even close to being fatigued. I don't think Uzuri could do it, but... you know. Just something to be aware of as we're getting to the point where I'm just getting blocked. What does Uzuri with 1 card get to do? I assume just pass. All right, this hand just ends the game. I get to growl. I will not have a Tiger follow-up, but it's going to be Growl Brand, Art of the Dragon Fire, which I assume just kills Uzuri. I get to use my floating resource to pick up an Arsenal of Phoenix Flame, which, again, I don't think is relevant. And we get there. The double on the horizon, and we do see a chest puff in Uzuri's arsenal, so she was finding time to put that together. Good game. I'll give the Uzuri a rematch, which I can't see. Interesting. Okay, I do want a rematch. Isn't Fi hard to fatigue? Fi is hard to fatigue. You really have to be, like, your deck fatigues. That's what your hero is trying to do. So I've been fatigued by Terra. But, like, again, just the sloppiest block deck. The blockiest slop. Really, like, what they do is fatigue me. And even then, it's hard. And that, I think, has counterplay for Fi specifically. You can play Red Hot and Cheese Wins with unpreventable damage. You have Rake over the coals so that you can turn all your 0 for 3s into 0 for 4s. And now suddenly, unless the Terra has a handful of 4 blocks, they are taking damage. I thought our opponent wanted this rematch, and then I'm just going to leave and go do something else. It's taking them a while. I built a file list, but I need to tweak it. So this is what I'm playing now. And there's, I'll put the deck command in chat for you if you want to look at the list on Fabry. I'm still testing some stuff. A lot of this is informed by what Ellie Bird was doing in CC. Like, I cut out a lot of the 1 costs. I'm not playing Demonstrate Devotion anymore. Really, it's the 1 costs I'm playing are things that do more than their printed value. So, like, Mounting Anger is a 1 for 5. Bittering Thorns is a 1 for 5. Art of the Dragon Fire is a 1 for 7. Breaking Point, I'm a little iffy on because I think a lot of the aggro decks in this format can just not Arsenal anything and get away with it. So Breaking Point is a card I'm looking at cutting. Into New. Okay, New is another one that I just haven't seen yet. I will go first. So if I'm playing like you are an assassin, if I do aggro, what if I do Bravo? What does the Bravo board look like? I'm not playing Polarity, sure. I'm not playing Dragonfire, okay. Rake is fine. Let's try this. Let's try the defensive matchup plan and see what happens. This hand sadly does nothing. I guess it doesn't do nothing. Question is, how aggressive do I want to be on turn 0? As the resource management, do you find yourself not getting enough resources? It's your typical aggro deck. I play 8 blues, and I think the most 1 costs that I'll play at any point are 5. And so I will definitely find hands that curve out perfectly, and I will find hands that do nothing. Like, we had a problem in the first game we played. It was an Ira game where I drew 3 blues and then 2 1-cost reds with no blues. And, like, you know, just the standard. I'm going to play this Art of Tiger Body here. I do wish I had Tiger Stripe Shuko so that I'd be able to get 1 out of this Tiger. But I think I'm sitting on this Blaze Headlong just because it says 4 on it, and I want to try to realize that value. This is Arsenal Reinforce. This hand is not good, and I wish I didn't have this Blaze Headlong anymore. Just another one where I have actual no way to get this turn started. I can play Brand, break Shuko Pouncing Paws. That doesn't even work. I don't have a way to turn this hand on. Which means the blues are mostly for the sword, yes. And I'm even thinking maybe I play 6 blues. The problem is I'm scraping the barrel on, like, what are my reds that I'm playing. I kind of want to block. What do I think the Mask Party combo? I think it's fine. I think it's, I don't, like, it's been done to me. It is I understand why people are doing it. I just feel like it's, I don't know, kind of whatever. You can do it, it's just like, then you're doing it. It also means that the second life of the party you draw is like total garbage. I'm just gonna do a lot of blocking this turn, I guess. Like, this isn't good, and I don't like that I'm doing it, but my hand doesn't do anything else. Unfortunately, like, and this isn't even the problem I have where I draw a bunch of 1-costs or no blues. This was just a problem where this hand, Blaze Headlong, Breaking Point, Lava Burst, just actually didn't do anything. I had no way to start that turn. If I had really been pressed to, I could have pitched the blue, pick up to my Phoenix Flame for 0, Blaze Headlong for 4, break Shuko, Pouncing Paws, Tiger, Lava Burst. Maybe that's the line I should have taken, to be aggressive instead of just kind of doing nothing. Death Touch for 6, holding a bunch of cards in hand. I don't really know what that means. So I can block with Legacy and my equipment, cover 6 this way, holding the Reinforce. This hand picks up and plays Phoenix Flame. I think I'm doing this and just, again, sitting on this Reinforce, but I don't know what new does to the Death Touch. It doesn't have Stealth. Well, I guess the Arousing Wave gets there, because Arousing Wave is just Assassin. You just IP4s, but she's fatiguing me, so it's fine. Intimate Inducement, I guess? Is Intimate Inducement usable on regular Assassin, or does it have to be Red Razor's Edge? Interesting. Intimate Inducement. Assassin or Mystic Attack. Okay, so it could have been Intimate Inducement to get 1 over. That's pretty cool. Hey, Scott. Howling Mines over from Blue Sky. If it's wrong, I don't want to be right. I think it's strong. I don't know. I haven't played enough with it. I know, like, it got a good showing in Valencia, in Ian Zhang's top 4. Irelist, like, I understand why people are doing it. I don't know. I'm just sort of like, I think it is better than I want it to be, which is why I'm like, oh, I don't know about the combo. Like, I'm sure it's good. I just don't want it to be good for some reason. Bonds of Attraction is going to take the top card of my deck and give you a life. From your hand or arsenal on the bottom of your deck. Find. Okay, so pay a resource and turn a card into an attack. I think I'm blocking with Shuko just to get my value, and then this hand just converts. I think I'm breaking equipment for this. I'm going to Growl, Ronin, Bittering somewhere in here, Fealty the Bittering, Blood Scent for Emberblade. Oh wait, I just lose a Phoenix Flame. Oh, that's right. Okay, that's what it was. It's been a while since I played this matchup. Yeah, I don't... That's right. That's what... Oh my god. So Silver Age sometimes, that's the benefit, the downside rather, of every hero being viable is that I forget certain interactions, like, oh, Nu can banish my Phoenix Flame. That's right, I do have to protect the Phoenix Flame in Graveyard. That's right, Nu is uniquely good against Fi. That was the reason that I could not play Fi in the Mistveil meta, because every Mist Veil hero had a way to just target the Phoenix Flame. That's right. Now it's all coming back to me. Slippy cards are live now? Yeah, we'll be playing the Slippy deck tomorrow. Very excited to see what Slippy is doing these days. It's still worse than when it had Bonds, right? And I think there's a chance that Slippy just isn't good enough. Hey, it's Icelander. Against Wizard, we're playing our AB1, which we can actually get away with because our deck has blues in it. We're playing Arcane Polarity because Icelander will do Arcane. Garth Van Bell, friend of the channel. A patron of mine. Interesting. That's right, yep. Okay, so I have to remember that if New ends up being a real deck in the format and I ever want to register Phi. Block, block, block. I probably want to preserve blues more than I want to preserve reds. Yeah, this is toxic. Sirens needs to go away. If I ever want to register Phi for an event, I need to remember that New will just take the Phoenix Flame. I have to care. So what I should have done on that turn, and I just didn't want to deal with it, was block with my gloves and just like something else. All right, what is happening to me? Block with my gloves and the 2-block, and then if New has like Stealth to get over the top, that's when I reinforce the line. Leave your Sirens alone. Your Sirens is a problem. Your Sirens is not healthy for the format. You can't ban Fiddler's Green and leave Sirens. Like, the justification is the same for both of them. This is 3 Arcane. Icelander triggers. What am I doing on this turn? If I take 3, I'm going to play Arcane Polarity, which now costs me 1. Then I can Emberblade. I think I'm taking the 3 here. I think if I pitch to this, I float 2. Attacking with the Blaze Headlong floats 1. I'm not Emberblading, I am Phoenix Flaming. I don't know if that's relevant. I think I'm pitching 0. I think I'm trying to go fast. I think I care more about dealing damage. I'd rather deal 2 than prevent 1 in this matchup. Sirens is gone the 15th? God, I hope so. It's just like not a healthy card for the format. Oh yeah, you don't have Go again, which is fine. Pick up the Phoenix Flame. Play Polarity. Oh my god, the Polarity gave the Blaze Headlong Go again. I forgot that isn't... This interaction has literally never come up in any game that I've played. That Blaze Headlong says, if you've played a red this turn, it gets Go again. And Polarity is a red. That's hilarious. That's so funny. Hey, we found this card that I will, at this point, just pitch. I want to pay 1. Yes. Bye, Red Hot. I'm assuming it's just going to be Fire Tenant, pitch Lava Burst to whatever, and then Fire Tenant again. Otherwise, I'm arsenaling. I guess I could play the Lava Burst. After double Fire Tenant, it's a 0 for 4. No, we're just going to arsenal it. Not ideal, but it's fine. We're setting up. Find Polarity again, which is kind of nice. Pitching. Hey, look, it's this card again. But no Fuse. I can take 4. Yeah, we're taking 4. I don't need to play the polarity now. I can bank it. So my turn is going to be Brand rising first. Lupinefiasco. Hello, Mozared. Hello, Rose. Good to see you both today. You missed an embarrassing game where I lost to a new because I forgot that I have a Phoenix Flame in my graveyard and I need to have it. And I need to actually block the things that say banish from graveyard. I also was reminded that if new is relevant in the format, then I cannot play Fi. I will not register Fi if new is good in the format. Because it's so annoying to deal with all of the just random Arsenal hate. Okay. You are fusing this one, which means that I cannot pay the 1 to AB, but I can pay the 2. Because I need 1 resource to be able to pick up and play my Phoenix Flame so that I can play the Lava Burst and rupture it. Oh no. Yeah, it was an embarrassing one. Yeah, I just forgot. I just forgot that news cards it was a Bonds of Attraction. It was very face up. It wasn't oh, I got gibbed by the a Passover effect. It's no, I just forgot that that's a thing new can do. I forgot that cards have text. I'm going to Oasis Respite this. Okay. So net 0, you gain 1, you're going to lose 1 to the Lava Burst. I'm just going to Arsenal this Polarity. I don't want Icelander to know what I have. And 3 blue hand. He's up to 1 card. Okay. Maybe now I get punished. Better learn it now. Yeah, exactly. I guess what this hand does really well is say, here, tell me what you're going to do with this before we get too far into our turn. Mounting Anger hits. I get to banish this Display Loyalty, which I will now play. I'm kind of assuming Icelander has something to say about that if she's letting the hit trigger resolve first. Okay, the answer is actually no. I think I have enough life that I'm not just dead this turn and I get punished for not playing this Arcane Polarity when I could. I am also in a position where I'm threatening lethal. Now I'm not, but should you play this turn with an effect that deals arcane damage, deals that much +2. Which should be this. Now it's dealing +3, which should be this. 2 arcane damage to any target. I will pay for this, because I have to pay through the Frostbite anyway, so I just have enough resources. So we get to send Emberblade. I'll get to pick up and play Phoenix Flame. And we're chilling. Good turn cycle. I'm holding all of my equipment, though I probably won't on my next turn. I think I'm at a point where I'm trying to just kill Icelander, especially now with the Mounting Anger. Blood Scent probably just gets broken. Does it matter? Yeah, if I'm breaking Shuko and pause to pay for Blood Scent so I can play the Mounting Anger. I don't think it matters what I start with between Brand or Ravenous Rabble. I'm going to start with Brand. I'm assuming this is something that gives me Frostbite. Isn't Icelander a horrible matchup for Fi? I think it's supposed to be. It was okay back in Uprising days. I think the matchup was actually better than I gave it credit for. I don't think it's... Okay, there's Arctic Incarceration, so I'm getting 2 Frostbites, which means that I can break Shuko, break Pause, pitch these 2, I think what I'm doing is breaking Fealty, breaking Shuko, breaking Pause. I will pitch these two to pay for the Tiger. The Tiger will be Draconic, and that is going to let me pick up and play my Phoenix Flame. So I'm sending 4 into 2 into 1. So Icelander 5 was not good for 5 back in like CC in Uprising. I think in Sage it's a little better because Icelander doesn't have like Channel Lake Frigid. Icelander isn't that great into the format currently. Polarity is too strong for her really. She's just missing something. She doesn't have Waning Moon, which is huge. Crucible of Aetherweave is much worse than Waning Moon, especially in Icelander. Crucible is a lot better in Kano when he's trying to amp anyway. I mean, it's his CC weapon, so like, of course it's better. Icelander just doesn't use it super well, and a lot of what she was doing in CC doesn't translate to Sage because she doesn't have Waning Moon. So Cold Snap and Polar Blast are both pretty bad cards because they don't do anything. She can't use the 2 resources. So she'll probably get better in Pen. If for no other reason than we've seen... I wonder if I was supposed to break Blood Scent and also send Emberblade there. Surely not. We've seen the 1-for-5 defense reaction that makes a Frostbite. If there's an ice card in your pitch, like that's going to make her much better. She needs something that she can do with 2 resources. Now I will play my Polarity. I want to clear out my arsenal. I have a pretty strong suspicion that I'm not going to get to keep any of my cards. Oh, I guess I will. Yeah, she won't have an arsenal, so I get no Frostbite. I just do a 4-card 13 and get there. Sent a rematch. Why can't I see my rematch invites? That's frustrating. Give you a sorry. I can't see I want to accept these rematch invites, but I just can't see them. In general, Crucible is bad in Sage. It's all they got, but you just can't push over the top. Yeah, I agree. Into Lexi. This is my very first Lexi game. I've never played against a Lexi in Sage. So very interested to see what she's going on. I know it's Snapshot Death Shiver. Okay, I know nothing about this Lexi. I guess she's doing Ice Lexi? This hand sucks. Shiver, 1 cost, and we put an arrow card from your hand face up into an empty arsenal. If you do choose one, it gets +1 or dominate until end of turn. I believe if you also send an invite, it accepts. So I sent an invite to a previous opponent and they just like lagged out in the, I don't know. Do not want Pirate to get better in Pen. Let me have my bad Gravy Bones deck. If someone offers rematch, if you send rematch, it will then prompt you. Okay, well that's good to know. What is happening? Next time an Ice or Elemental attack hits your hero this turn, create 3 Frostbite tokens. This, I am going to get a Frostbite token. Okay. I accept. Do Shiver. You're going to give me a bunch of Frostbites. Has Dominate. You are fusing it. Congratulations. You get armor. And this hand is still, like, fine. If I draw a Draconic Starter, then I'm very happy with this hand. And if I don't, then it's, you know. I would have liked a different Draconic Starter, if I'm being honest with you, but this one will do. I do get to pick up and play the Phoenix Flame this turn. Do I want to Arsenal the Ravenous Rabble, or do I want to play it? I think I'm just playing it to dodge any Frostbite shenanigans. I had to draw with Gravy today on Icelander. They sent their last attack. Oh, you, like, drew the game. Forced me to block with 1 more card. My combo left them at 1. I was on 1. Neither of us had any attack spells left. Polarity is wicked strong. Hey, good game, Garth. I wanted to, as you can see from the chat, I was trying to figure out how to accept your rematch, and then I just couldn't. So, I'm sorry. I would have played it again. bit more disruption there than I had. Blocked poorly on the penultimate turn 2. Thought you had Lava Burst, not Polarity. I made the call, so the first Polarity I played that game, where I turned on the Blaze Headlong, was the first time ever. Don't you keep Armor and Hero Power on their turn? I guess that would have been okay. I don't super mind giving up the Armor to take an early lead. Because if I Hero Power on their turn, it means I'm starting the game with a Phoenix Flame in my hand, which is never ideal. But I could have seen that being correct. So the Polarity turning on Blaze Headlong is the first time I've ever seen that interaction, and I thought, oh, that's sick. Also, I don't need to play this Polarity here, so I'll just save it. But really, it was for the next time I saw a Blaze Headlong, if I just, like, bricked that turn, I could have unbricked the hand. And then you Glacial Horns to me, and I was like, oh no, is this actually terrible? Am I going to die before I get to Polarity? Okay, that's... oof. Yeah, that's reasonable. I can see where she's coming from. This is an interesting list. It's gonna, like, hold up. There's no Sigil of Solace in this format. It was a... oh, Jesus, this is gonna be a bad one. Zen, I mean, it's an aggro mirror, and I'm assuming I'm going first, which is not ideal. Oh, you're going first? Okay, great. Because you want to transcend on turn 0? That can't be worth it. We'll find out. Zen is another one where, hey, if Mystic is good in the format, I don't think I can register Phi because of Passover. Yeah, that was, Garthar game was the one where I'm like, oh, I should just sit on Polarity if I don't need to play it. Oh, I discard it to the arrow. Jim, that's real. Okay, that's smart. You're right. That was the way I was supposed to play it. Yeah, I block 3, take 2, get 4 Frostbites, pitch 2 cards to activate Phi in response to the Ice Vein trigger, and then discard the Phoenix Flame. Yeah. So I lose 2 life, but I keep 2 armor. Yeah, you're so right. Tiger Form Incantation. Okay. Polarity being as strong as it is could be justification for more wizard cards in Sage. Another thing is replacements for all the target hero cards for any target. We will block 3 here. I would like to keep this Blaze Headlong if I can. Zen is playing correctly where he is supposed to just check my hand for block value going first. I don't think it was right for him to go first. I guess he was trying to transcend turn 0, but there's no traverse in this format. So just getting an early chi isn't as good. We'll see. If I mean, I might just still lose this game, in which case, like, oh, hey, in hindsight, his actions were correct. I'm just not 100% sold I'm going first. It's like Zens were going first into Aurora back in CC for a bit. And I also disagreed with that. Please don't give wizards a way to kill my allies. I want to bully people. You're so right. Another format where gravy is best. You're breaking Blood Scent? You got yourself a deal. What is this next card gonna be? I'm so excited to find out. Okay. Deal. I will take one. This is like Snatch? That was an extremely aggressive Blood Scent for 1 damage. I guess for 3 damage, but like, okay. This hand plays itself. Sadly, I don't have a way to use the extra resource for Mounting Anger. I guess I could... No. I just don't have a way to use the extra resource. Alright. Do I want to Arsenal a card? I guess I could. I guess I can Arsenal this Growl. I don't know. Pretty interesting in Sage. People keep saying I'm crazy. Go ahead with the new Blitz deck with Cash in, Tome, and CYB. Are all of those cards legal in Blitz? That's pretty wild. He showed me. He did show me. I mean, he's going for it. I'm guessing this is going to be the Hope Merchant's turn, right? I don't know if I'm supposed... I guess I Arsenal this Growl. I'm going to go for the Fi and then get blown out by Passover. JK, I'm not going to get blown out by Passover. Yeah, just put him to 11. Arsenal to put a 5-card hand together and, I guess, pray. Hey, we found the aspect of Tiger Body. I'm an insane gamer. I realize so much value by arsenaling this Growl. You can only have one copy. Okay, well, that makes it balanced. Whoa. Companion of the Claw pitching to Untamed. So I know you have a Tiger, which I guess attacks for 1. This hand just converts, but doesn't buy back a Phoenix Flame. So Dragon Power is not worth 4 on this turn. It's only worth 3, so I guess I can block with it. I don't need to block the Untamed. It has no on-hit. It's just active. This is 3, 7, 11, 14, 17. I guess I do want to save the Dragon Power for offense. I'm not blocking anything yet because Zen hasn't showed me anything that I need to block. I will probably use my Blade Beckoner on the Kakara just to do it, I guess. Blitz Viscerai with Scalata. Isn't Viscerai banned in Blitz? Didn't it hit LL like forever ago? Crouching Tiger for 3. I mean, still doesn't get... Zen has not shown me anything that I need to block. Zen has not showed me a reason to care about what he is doing. Same with Traverse and 3 Bond Zen. Now you Hope Merchants? Chat, I am either far up or very cooked. Oh, right, new Blitz. I didn't even pay attention to old Blitz. I'm either very dead or very okay. And I seem to be very okay. So I take 3, I go to 5. I guess I do break all my equipment. Yeah, and that's going to give me the extra resource I need. Why did I think I couldn't pick up the Phoenix Flame this turn? I'm just wrong. Yeah, I don't know. This was a very weird game. This is now singleton format with no ban list, going to be wild. I did see the new policy on Blitz, which is still just like so silly. I don't know. I'm glad they're doing something with Blitz. I'm glad it's a thing. I'm glad it's 1v1 UPF. Why did I think I couldn't pick up and play my Phoenix Flame? I don't know. Anyway, I just play out this entire hand and threaten 19 damage and win the game. 20 damage. 3, 7, 11, 15, 18, 20. Zen has no armor left, so I surely just win, right? Yeah, I don't know. This is a weird game. I feel like the Zen was on to something. The Zen had an idea. And I guess it just didn't work. I'm getting 3 cards. That's one of them. I may be even getting more cards if Zen has a handful of 2 blocks. Very strange. Fatigued someone with new gravy with new Blitz because my gravy deck is decent at fatigue. Is that just a thing you can build into? Like, is that just a line that gravy has available in deck building? Fatiguing with no weapon? guess I have to click no on this command prompt at some point, or else it's going to keep popping up. Get another card. If I attack for 4 and this last card is a 2 block, then I just win. I use the rabble to power the rabble. Okay. That was a game. It was the Passover. So you were I mean, 19 value in a turn. I can't look at that and say that that's nothing. I think the Zen made some poor choices. I think you always want to go second in the aggro mirror. I don't see transcending on turn 0 being a reason to, like, just take a bunch of damage on turn 2. Poppy Seed. I know that name. Decao going second. Scoobin. You do have Scoob. The yellow boat that destroys the top card of your deck in a singleton format. People are hating on Scuba and Sage. Scuba and Sage has to be pretty good, right? This is a KO build. This is a hand of cards. Turn 0 pulping, miss 1 time. Oh, right, the deck doesn't miss. I know this. I think the correct block is Mounting Anger. Unfortunately, I don't have a blue in hand. There's a chance that I draw one, but statistically, I am more likely to draw a red, which will mean that I just pitch the brand for sword. Always punished. I believe I am sitting on this brand. There just isn't Arsenal Destruction in Sage. So I get to play Rising Sword, Growl, Phoenix Flame. Send a 3-card 11. Sorry, 3-card 10. I knew that number sounded weird to me for some reason. There's no way that Phi plays that close to 1-card 4s. Did play KO for how long? I tried KO and Sage. I have a few streams where I played KO and Sage. Like, I think it is a fine deck. KO is very capable of doing good numbers and cheesing people. I wasn't on the yellow pulpings. So let's see how this one does. KO is a very fine deck. I think it has the Phi problem where you just, like, die to Briar and Chain. It's the second best aggro deck problem. You can be the second best aggro deck in a format, but then why aren't you playing the best aggro deck? No breaking point. I don't like 1 costs. I'm trying to avoid 1 costs in this deck because I don't want to have to play as many blues. And in fact, this game is even showing me, like, hey, I should probably just not play blues. Smash Up is kind of annoying. This is interesting. Interesting tech. So I get to do a bunch of blocking, and then... So if I block 4, I take 1, and I lose my brand. I then come back with 3, 6, 9, 11, 16. Or I do block, 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 keep my arsenal, and do 3, 6, 9, 10, 15. This has got to be better, right? Rune Blades are the problem. Rune Blades are always the problem, which is sad because Rune Blades are awesome. Draconic Hero says, I don't want blue. What a true state of being. Well, I thought that 8 was a fine ratio. I'm also kind of out of good reds to put in my deck. Good 0-cost reds. But I've just had too many games this time. Too many games today where I'm drawing blues and really didn't need them. I do need to lead with double brand. Does the or at least need to lead with a brand. Does the sequencing matter? Going 2, 3, 4? 2, 3, 4, 1, 5 is probably better than going 2, 3, 3, 2, 5. I'm going to be honest with you, chat. I don't think it matters. Based on KO's blocking armor, KO has 2s and has 1. I'm not, like, getting points anywhere. We'll go 2, 3, 4, 1, 5. It's fine. Clash of Might. Oh, right. Yeah. You are a 3 block. I was thinking of Test of Might. Like all rune blades are strong in Sage, Aurora, Briar, and of course Chain. As an illusionist main, I'm happy for once my class doesn't get the blame. Don't worry, Burst. Your class will get the blame soon enough. Illusionist also has their own degenerate things going on in Sage. Because of the armor, I don't care enough to break Tiger to get my Tiger value. KO has enough armor that an extra 2 isn't threatening lethal this turn, so I'd rather get my block value from Shuko and just try to be okay. Though I suspect I'm dead. If KO's keeping 4 cards, I could just be dead this turn. There are no blues and a double 1-cost hand. Yeah, I'm feeling dead. Thankfully, I do get to cash these in. This hand will still pressure KO to do something. Yeah. KO just found the disruption. Turn 0 pulping was nice, and then, yeah, the smash up was relevant. The strongest survive was relevant. I guess I was supposed to... I was so afraid of the pulping that I wanted to get my block value. Yeah, kind of maybe the KO sideboard needs to change. Maybe I should be playing Tiger Ivy Reflex to try to stuff pulping. Not that it would have been relevant that game. Enigma is my second deck in Sage. Enigma is a card away. Enigma is not a card away from being oppressive in Sage. Enigma is already oppressive in Sage. Just play every single 4 block and 2 card 8 defense reaction and then keep a Spectral Shield. And all of your like 2 for 6 blues with Phantasm. What does this hand do? This hand tests for blocks. 3-3-3-1 Arsenal Brand. Our opponent apparently had some 3 blocks. Is she? I haven't looked at her. Enigma is very good in this format. I think she does have a Runeblade problem where she just dies to Runeblades. I think Phi can also, like, Redline aggro can get there on her, Go Wide aggro can get there on her. Briar's probably uniquely in a weird spot of not being very good against her because she's very good at blocking one thing. Yeah, this is a playable hand of cards. Could do Rise, Phoenix Flame, Close, Fealty, Bittering, Brand, Dragonfire, Phi, Arsenal, Phoenix Flame. Yeah, I think it was very good in this format. I've been... Why is the Tiger attacking for 1? Oh, because Benji has text. Good thing I have a deck that cares not for the Runeblades. Again, I'm just taking a bunch of damage until Benji shows me that I should not do that. And then my hand does what? 3, close. 3, 5, 9, maybe 10, 16, maybe 17? I guess I'll block this. Not that I'm like super concerned about Benji's follow-up. Kind of suspect that Benji just has some bad cards. I can see a timeline where she gets gatekeeped out by Briar. How do you feel about Enigma Briar? Because I feel like Briar is actually not that great at dealing with Enigma, because Briar's whole thing is putting 2 attacks together. And Enigma is very good at saying, here's like block 8, block 8. Whereas you have a Phi who's saying, here's 3, 3, 3, 3, 1. And Enigma is not very good at dealing with that. I need new board state heroes so I can have another board state in Sage. Board state heroes seem pretty okay, though not so much in Sage. But yeah, Enigma seems good. Gravy's waiting for something. No, I'm not playing Dromai. She's too fair. Dromai does seem to be not the best illusionist currently. I did lose to a Prism last week, but OG Prism. But I think she just had a really good draw, or every hand was like Red Herald, Red Angelic Wrath. Like, oh, that seems good. Does this hand do anything fun? No, because I cannot. I'm 1 Draconic Starter away from being able to do something with the Phoenix Flame. As it is, I can't get 1 from the Phoenix Flame, close the chain, and then get 1 from the Phoenix Flame. Oh, it's used to pre-Thorn games? Yes. Rosetta Thorn in Briar would definitely affect the Enigma matchup. Yeah, as it is, it's not as good as you would think. I can block 3 if I need to, but I am just waiting for Benji to show me that I need to block 3, which maybe now is the time. The Legacy is worth 3 on offense or defense. If I use the Legacy for blocking, I go to 5. I'm assuming Benji can't kill me with 1 card from 5, and then I get to do 3, 3, 3, 4, 1. And we just hope that that's enough. I could definitely die to, like, Benji keeps a 2-power attack. I'll go to 1 here. I don't think Benji's going to be able to keep enough cards to kill me. Gravy's still waiting for the format to slow down. I think it's very possible that Sage is going to slow down to the point that Gravy is viable. My Guardian is already in a pretty good position. Wonder if Mech is getting love outside of Teklo this set? Well, I'm told that every hero is getting love in Sage. Well, maybe Benji is going to get to keep a card and then just kill me. Somehow I felt like 6 was too high, or was low enough that I would be able to get there. JK. Benji instead drew a hand of cards that I can block, so that's pretty cool. Does this hand do anything? It actually does, which is pretty nice. So I can do that. Play Growl. I am going to get to Growl, Tiger Body, Tiger, Blood Scent, Bittering Thorns, Phoenix Flame. The Phoenix Flame, I guess, depends on whether the Bittering Thorns hits. If the Bittering Thorns doesn't hit, then the Phoenix Flame won't have power, and then I'll just Arsenal it. I need a cog. Give me cog throttle, please. I have negative faith LSS can battle mech and balance mech until I see it. It'll be interesting. Stop it, Lupine. You are too good. Taylor, you missed the game I played earlier where I forgot that assassin cards have text that say things like banish a card from Arsenal or banish a card from Graveyard, and then I let my Phoenix Flame get banished, and then I conceded the game. So far, the 5 games have not been going great. Oh, the rematch thing worked. Wow. So far, the 5 games have not been going great. It is very apparent that this is not a tier 1 deck. We're going first again. And this hand is not good. Weirdly, like our other hands, this one is not good. I'll just pass. People are not ready for common or rare Harpoon in Marlin, or maybe just more Harpoons from Marlin. After seeing the Benji's last opening hand with just 4 blues, I'm very prepared to Arsenal and not have to deal with that. Defended by cards from hand. This hand still, unfortunately, kind of does nothing, but I do get to Rise, Phoenix Flame, Close Chain, and then Phoenix Flame again. So I got that going for me. Pitching Humble for Edge. So you have the other problem where your hand has too many reds, not enough blues. That's pretty cool. Okay. I'm not going to block this one either. Apple for 3. I will block this one. And if this is Snatch, then I'm not thrilled. Am I keeping a card in my arsenal? I think the answer is yes, because I just don't need to play out my hand, and I'm not convinced that Benji can threaten my arsenal. Though maybe it's like the KO situation from 2 games ago where they're playing Smash Up and I'm sad. What are my thoughts on the new Draconic card that trades flames for real cards? I think it's good. Ellie and I talked about it in my interview last week, and we both, or I guess 2 weeks ago now, and we both agree it's very good. It's a 1 for 4, and we have room for those. And it turns your Phoenix, it basically turns your Phoenix Flame from a 1 power attack to a 3 power attack. And that's great. You're just playing a 1 for 6 with Go Again. And if you also are playing cards like Rise from the Ashes, and so you have a way to get the Phoenix Flame before your turn starts, like before you really have to open the combat chain, then you feel really good about it. Like you play Rise, you get your Phoenix Flame, you play the new card whose name I'm forgetting. You discard the Phoenix Flame, you draw your card, and then you can keep taking your turn. You know what your turn looks like because you've drawn your card. And you will also get to pick up and play the Phoenix Flame again later. Nothing you do cares about the edge hitting. It just cares on the edge existing. So this is fine. Doesn't mean that your Tiger attacks for... Nope. Just 2. What does this hand do? Play the Rise, Phoenix Flame for 3, close the chain. Rising, pitch Emberblade, brand with Cinderclaw, Dragon Power, pick up Arsenal Phoenix Flame. Okay, what if I have to block something? I can block for 3, Rise 3, close chain, brand, sword, Phoenix, pass. Neat. Legacy of Ikaru does have tax. Not that I was ever going to block around that. Taking 5 here is okay. I am prepared to block whatever the next thing is. This puts me to 3, tier 14. That's not good. If I block here, I prevent all the damage, and I do what? 3, 5, 8, 9 damage, and then I die. Or I block 4, go to 3, and I do 3, 6, 8, 11, 16. I guess I have to do this. This is the winning play. To go to 3, keep a full grip, just send a bunch of damage. Game is not going well. But I also don't think it isn't going well in a way that is unique to Benji. Like this hand would also, I can't play that. This hand would, the game would also not be going well if this was like Ira. So yeah, so far we put Benji in the Uzuri camp of why would you play this hero and not a different hero? I mean, you're playing like Chest Puff. Surely this is just a better Ira deck. How do I feel about the Kodachi Phi lists that's been flying around? I haven't seen one. Like, I don't know, tentatively interested? What does it do better than Emberblade Phi? This Kodachi Phi in CC, unblockable damage is why, but I guess, I mean, I'd kind of rather just get 1 more damage a turn. Like, so far, Benji has not used the unblockable damage. And I'm going to lose this game, but again, not because of Benji having unblockable damage, because of Benji going first in the aggro mirror, or going second in the aggro mirror, and drawing functional hands of cards. Like, I just don't see it. Which is not to say that I won't see it. As we've discussed, sometimes, you know, we're getting... Okay, this hand sucks. Yep, this hits, and you make the tiger, and then you attack with the tiger, and I'm so glad we did this. Yeah, like, this is why Benji won. Because Benji went second in an aggro mirror and drew functional hands. The unblockable part, like, kind of... I guess I couldn't block that turn, but, like, whatever. I just don't see it. Pen will have new cards for new heroes. Benji could very well be a meta threat after Compendium, but as of now, it is... Like, Uzuri is just worse Arachne, Benji is just worse Ira. You say the same thing about Phi. Phi is just worse Ira. Maybe our Benji player was streaming and just wanted to, you know, present their fun new deck. Necroway second. Boop. This is my first Fang game. Surely you just played Blade Beckoner. Sash makes sense. I wonder if I should be playing Sash. Probably not, because I'm a ninja and I have Blood Scent. Gallantry Gold is kind of interesting. This hand kind of functions. Oh, right. This hand does the really fun thing against Fang where it says block 6. And then I get blown out by Tooth of the Dragon. I think it's definitely interesting. I just don't know what it does. Like, I'm assuming we get 0 for 3. All right, not the one I was expecting, but yes, something like that. I was expecting a firm loyalty that makes a fealty. I assume that's what Fang wanted to draw. Maybe I was only supposed to block 5 on the first dagger. Jesus. This is a bad hand of cards. These hands just keep getting worse. I haven't blocked with any of my equipment yet, which is why I'm hesitant to cash any of it in. To do like growl. I guess the hand just plays itself. I will arsenal a growl. So I get to do growl, Bittering Thorns, Emberblade, which is not great. Could be worse, I suppose. Bittering Thorns probably gets blocked by equipment and a card from hand. Or not? Ooh, we're in. Does that change anything? If Fang doesn't want to block anything, I could send the Growl for 4, put you to 9, break Shuko, pause, put you to 5, Emberblade puts you to 2. I think that's what I'm doing. I am sad to have lost block value on my Shuko and Pouncing Paws. But if Fang doesn't want to block anything, I want to take advantage of that. The point of Kodachi Fi is you get to play Wrath of Retribution as a 1-card 7 and cut through as a 0 for 4. Yeah, I mean, I can see the vision. Fang does the same as CC, doesn't do anything till online, and usually the rule is never block first dagger. It's the second one you block. So I block the first one because it's turn 1, and I get to block for free. Also because I am so used to draft. I guess even CC. Yeah, CC going second, you would put 5 or 6 in front of the first dagger. Because if their reaction was like 0 for 3 or 1 for 4, you have now blocked out the damage. Okay. A bunch of stuff is happening to me. All right. Fang is online. Walk for a minute, it comes back to Fang. What does he do in Sage Cry? I think so. So far, not a lot. So far, it's been take a bunch of damage and now be forced to give me cards on defense. Send the brand first, follow with the Rising. If the Rising Resentment hits, then I'm like super ahead because I get to play the Mounting Anger for free. If the Rising Resentment doesn't hit, then I believe I might be pitching Phoenix Flame to Emberblade. Kind of depends on if the Mounting Anger connects. It might also just be way too greedy for me to pitch my Mounting Anger Phoenix Flame this early. JK, the Rising Resentment hit. We're so up. I don't know if it was game before, but it's definitely game now. Always block first turn if going second. Yeah, I think blocking for 6 was a mistake. I was supposed to block for 5. But still, I don't feel bad that I blocked. And like the only, I guess Pledge of Fealty blows me out too. Like Tooth of the Dragon is definitely the worst card that Fang, for me, that Fang could have seen there. Let me just get there. I think the Fang made some poor blocking choices. But I also think that they needed to keep all of their cards to get online and just hope that I like brick or don't quite get there myself. Yeah, it just seemed like, I mean, I also did 21 this turn. So I'm not going to say like, I think this game was kind of an outlier for a few reasons, but so far Fang does seem a little slow. How? You're doing it. Okay. Oh, it's the same. This is the same. Okay, this is the same opponent. Okay, now we all get to see if I'm talking out of my ass about Enigma. That cards also do block so poorly. Too many block twos, especially in this format. Jesus. These are all the prevent ones. This is probably the +1 counter. This could be the go again. Jesus. This is a pretty good start from our Enigma here. Essence of Ancestry. What's interesting is Enigma probably wants to protect the Spectral Shield, which means the Essence of Ancestry might not get full value. But this was a hell of an opener from Enigma. What am I doing? I think I'm just playing out my hand. I want to clear the board. I need to get the Spectral off the field. But this hand also just kind of doesn't work if I'm not playing it out. Rising Resentment turns on Display Loyalty. Display Loyalty wants to be played with the starters so that I can get my fealty. Tiger Body and Growl go together. But I can wait on display. Here we go. Who was it? I have to scroll up. Who was telling me about Enigma? Oh, Jim is telling... Yeah, Jim was talking about Enigma. Topple was talking about it. Rose, you were interested in Enigma. Should they make it so he only needs 2 fealty? I could see it in Sage. Play with the young hero, like Rosetta young hero rules, where like young Florian and young Verdance only need 4 cards in Banish to turn on their hero powers, as opposed to CC where they need 8. I could see 3 in for Young Fang. That might be a good change. So yeah, here we go. I think Phi is good into Enigma. I think there are aggro decks that are not good into Enigma, but I think Phi is well positioned to do it. Do I want to break Shuko to put this Crouching Tiger up to... I want to attack with Display Loyalty first and just see what Enigma's going to do about it. If I'm anticipating that a number of these are just flip up, prevent 1, die, then breaking the Shuko might be good enough. Oh, you just lost it. Okay, never mind. I'm just sending this Tiger for 1. Good morning, Toppet. Toppet King, how are you today, and what do you think of the Slippy Armory deck? I think the Armory deck is good. I don't know if it makes Slippy relevant again without Bonds, especially if Marionette is a real thing. But the deck is very good. The equipment is great. Rage Baiters is not a Slippy card. It's a Marionette card, and it's really good. The headpiece is not a Slippy card. I think the chest is relevant, and it will enable some slightly different builds. The boots are insane. I'm just taking 6, right? I'm going to Brand, Bittering, Emberblade, Phoenix Flame, Lava Burst. Yeah. I think the boots are great. The boots are interesting because put an aura from your graveyard on the bottom of your deck. Okay. Then it has Ward 1. Sure. The boots are great because you can make the choice to either play the boots instead of like Widow Web and keep Black Tech, or you just cut Widow Web and Black Tech and play 1 boot and get an armory sideboard slot back, which is nuts. And then the cards in the deck are all really interesting too. Like Creep is an interesting card. I don't think it's, you don't play it in the main, but against like a Gravy, it looks pretty good. Because it has Go Again, effectively gives Go Again, replaces like a pick up the point, because it blocks for 3, which is really relevant against Gravy at times. Horrors of the Past is obviously nuts, and I get why they didn't print, I get why Bonds is banned, because Bonds and Horrors in the same deck would be a nightmare to play against. Knight's Embrace is really good. Slippy really needed a blue. Like, a good blue react is just very solid. And I think I'm blanking on some of the other cards. Waxing Spectre attacks for 4. What am I doing? Block 2. Block 4 total. I am going to break Fealty, Rabble, Tiger Body. I think I'm cashing in my Shuko here, but not my Pause. You should see the Horror's Mantle lines the Discords are kicking up. I don't think this... I could see the Headpiece being a Slippy card so that you can mark for free. Maybe I'm too down on it. I have very fond memories of Crown of Providence and Slippy, but I could see playing the Headpiece. You only lose 1 point of block, and you do get unconditional mark, which is really nice. Oh, blue on top. That's not what I want to see. It's another reason to go down to 6 blues and 5. But look, I get a whole ass card, so look at me. Now I have to break Fealty. I could see it. It's something to test with, the new Headpiece and Slippy. But yeah, the Horror's Bonds lines are nuts. I mean, the like very easy one that I came up with yesterday is, what if you just, like, what if you played Bonds, then played Horrors, then mantled into a Bonds, and you just had 2 Bonds effects? That would be pretty good. I just like Assassin as well because he took Warrior Identity, another class I play. Yeah, it's, I don't think it's in a great spot right now. The, like, Warrior taking, the Assassin taking Warrior Identity. Marionette is just Warrior, but better. But draws cards and has disruption and meaningful reactions and, I hope Marionette catches some bans on the 15th. Not loving the Enigma draw so far. Don't worry, you'll get to pay 3 to sharpen your weapon soon. I'm real curious to see what the rest of Hala's deck looks like because, man, that hero power seems poopy. Thing with the science team. I just hear people call it Wario. Warionet, and that makes a lot of sense to me. This hand just plays itself out. Lead with Mounting Anger, Fire Tenant, Emberblade, Blaze, Phoenix Flame. I don't love this Enigma's build. I think the Blade Beckoner has got to be better than whatever this armor is. I also think so far they might have just not drawn super well. If there's a defensive package in this Enigma's deck, we haven't seen it yet. And I think Enigma really thrives with a defensive package. Like, she wants to be playing Test of Strength. She wants to be playing... I've seen Moon Chakra in Enigma lists used very well. So we'll take a poke through her deck when this game is done. I don't think there's a world where she comes back from this. But I've played against scarier Enigma lists for sure. Now I'm just presenting breakpoints. See, I don't like this. This has got to be worse than just Blade Beckoners. She's going to be treated like Bolton, I feel it in my bones. Just a bad deck. Just a hero that LSS refuses to fix or address ever again. Hey, there's Moon Chakra. Maybe she just didn't draw Chi. Like, maybe that was Enigma's problem this game. And she has not transcended, which is very bad. Again, that should surely just Blade Beckoner. She gets to keep 2 cards. So we'll see what, maybe I brick. It's happened before. Like, there are cards in CC currently that say, like, you know, sharpened senses, or not sharpened senses, unsheathed. Like, if it has more power, it gets go again. Cards that if it has greater than its base, something happens. Like, I assume Hala will be playing those, but her hero power is pitch a card, gain 1 power for the turn. That, like, even if you're attacking multiple times, you have to attack with the same sword 3 times for that to be worth it. I don't know. I don't see it. Is there a world where I get to attack with the Phoenix Flame? No. I would need this to be a blue to, like, Ronin, Phoenix Flame, close, Blaze, Emberblade, Phoenix Flame. So I get to Phoenix Flame first. Then close Chain. Actually, back that up. Break Pouncing Paws. Because the Crouching Tiger will get 3 from the Rise from the Ashes. That's how I make the value worth it. Wait, no, this doesn't matter. I was going to break my Blood Scent to make this work. I don't know. It's fine. I also don't see it, but I have a feeling it's just going to be another keyword. I mean, Warrior clearly needs something. So if they can figure out a way to make Warrior competitive, like, love to see it. As long as it's not Saber's Bolton. Saber's Bolton is my pick for the actual most toxic hero in Flesh and Blood. I have never lost a game to Saber's Bolton where I felt like they did a good job. I have lost to them because it felt like my deck didn't get there. Okay. K-Moon Chakra. This should be enough to win, unless her hand is just full of 4 blocks. This is 4, this is 4, this will be 1. I'm kind of expecting Equipment Flip 3 block. There's a 4. Equipment Flip 3 block. She should live at this point. Saber's Bolt, like Saber's Combo. I hate that deck. I've never lost to it and felt like they did well. It's just I did poorly. Like, I lost the race. If I lose to a good Kano player, I feel like, okay, they did have a handful of 4 blocks. Didn't think it was going to work. If I lose to a Kano, I feel like they won. If I lose to a Bolton, I feel like I lost. I hate Saber's Bolton. Hey, they found a Chi. Alright, so that's that. And just try again. I cannot use Blood Scent to just play out the hand. Should just be Brand, Bittering, Sword, Phoenix Flame. I think Hala is going to have some text for the counters to not get removed at the end of the turn, since I think they thought Tori would LL by now and Hala is the replacement. I would love to know all of the heroes that they thought were going to LL by now. Okay. That's the Spectral Shield, so this should just be a 3 block, live, and then die to the Emberblade. Indeed. Yeah, I think this Enigma's problem is she just never transcended. Like, I think she just didn't draw well. Only playing 3 Chi? 4 Chi? Maybe that's not enough? I don't know. Chat, I got a dip. It's been great to play with all of you today. I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. Still working on Fi. I don't think the deck is there yet. I think think it needs something if it wants to compete with the top of the meta. We only got to play Red Hot one time. We didn't quite get there, but we almost did. I think if I'm tuning this deck, I want to cut some blues. Try to find some 0 costs to play, at least until Compendium, when we get the new 1-for-4. In which case, we probably have to retool the deck quite a lot. But thank you all for hanging out. Truly appreciate it. I'll be back tomorrow playing with Slippy, the new Slippy deck. Trying to make that work, experimenting with that. And until I see you all then, same time, same place, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Until then, take care.